on, Nero.
Caddy Woodlawn!
Come on, Nero! Come on!
Hurry, child. You're going to make us late for Uncle Edmund. Oh, Caddy, and keep your dress clean. It is so important to make a good impression, isn't it?
How come Tom gets to go anyhow?
Because I'm the oldest, that's why.
All right for you, Tom Woodlawn.
Now, you be a good girl like you promised, and you keep an eye on Warren.
Yes, Mom.
Don't you worry, Harriet. We can always depend on our caddy.
I know, John. That's exactly what does worry me.
Bye!
Stay out of those cookies!
Oh, Warren, I am simply dying to see Uncle Edmund. He knows the best tricks in the whole world. No, Mother's flowers for Cousin Annabelle. She forgot them. Come on, Warren.
Whoa, what do you think you're doing there?
You've got to catch up with the wagon, Mr. Ireton.
Well, you're not taking Blackie. He just threw a shoe. I'm putting a new one on him now. Want to give that thing a crank there, Warren?
I'll just have to take Betsy then.
You know, Betsy doesn't take kindly to having folks on her back.
She wouldn't dare try anything with me. Betsy and I have an understanding, don't we, girl?
Well, if you want my opinion, it's not safe with all these Indians roaming the woods.
Mother will never forgive herself for forgetting Cousin Annabelle's bouquet. It's so important to make a good impression, you know. Let's go, Warren. But I want to stay with Mr. Ireton. Thank you, Mr. Ireton. Be good now, Betsy. Betsy, don't expect extra oats from me again, ever. Do you hear?
Edmund, it's so lovely to see you.
My sister, as beautiful as ever.
Oh, Edmund.
John, Edmund, good to see you. Tom, why you've grown afoot since last year. What on earth has your mother been feeding you? Caddy, what are you doing up there? Is that Nero you have with you? Come on, boy. Come on. Good boy. Good boy.
Oh, Caddy, look at you.
I rode Betsy, Mother. You forgot your flowers. The flowers for Cousin Annabelle. Oh, darling Aunt Harriet. What a perfect pleasure. And this must be Uncle John, just as I imagined you. Oh, and these must be my darling cousins. Oh, how absolutely divine. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is all yours? Of course, Cousin Caroline. Might as well call me Caddie. Everybody else does. Glad to meet you. These are for you. How thoughtful. I absolutely adore flowers, don't you? Oh, but you'll carry them for me, won't you? I'd so hate to stain my gloves.
Say, Caddie, I brought something special for you.
Thank you, Uncle Edmund.
I sent all the way to England for it. Come, it was worth it.
Uncle Edmund, really? Come on, Nero. Let's show Uncle Edmund our new trick. Cover your eyes. Good boy. Come up. Take. Good boy.
Oh, he's gonna do fine. So, John, how is the squirrel hunting this year?
Don't do much of that, Edmund.
Father says that the Indians only hunt game for food, and that should be a lesson to the rest of us. He says that sport hunting is a fool's pastime.
Caddie, come sit over here, dear. Annabelle is just brimming with the latest news from the Boston family.
Oh, and I wore this dress, and we didn't get to bed until 1 in the morning.
Oh, you describe it so perfectly, dear. How I wish I could have been there. And now tell me, how is Grandmother Gray?
Well, Mother, I have a big ache.
Any little boy who gobbles up 16 cookies in a single afternoon will not get 1 ounce of sympathy from me. Now you go sit with your Uncle Edmund.
For her 96th birthday, my mother and father held a grand soiree, and it was simply divine. Your Boston does sound a little bit like heaven. Oh, it's one of the world's most absolutely divine cities, Caroline. The only place that I, for one, could ever bear to live. Well, Dunville's pretty nice. Dunville? Oh, it isn't even on the map. How can that be? We all live here.
Did you ever see a lassie go this way and that way and this way and that way and this way and that? Did you ever see a lassie go this way and that way?
She's nearly 12 years old, and I barely had her in the kitchen long enough to teach her how to boil water.
Yes, but life is a treasure hunt for Caddie. She's discovering new things every day. See any reason to worry? There'll be plenty of time for boiling water.
There's so much more to learn, John. Cooking, sewing, housekeeping. Did you see how lovely Annabelle's manners are? I hope Caddie can learn something from her. I so want her to understand the social graces.
Is that really so important, Harriet? This is Dunville, not Boston.
Has always been important, no matter where one is. Life on the frontier moves very fast, and Caddie will be a wife and a mother sooner than you seem to think.
Caddie will learn whatever she needs to know when she's ready. She'll be a lady soon enough, Harriet.
I still want her to spend her summer with Annabelle.
Cousin Caroline? What? Since I appear fated to waste my entire summer here, I was thinking how much I'd like to learn the ways of the Wild West. Caroline, I would like you to teach me all about your farm. You would? Oh, yes. When I tell them about it, my dear friends in Boston will be overcome with the utter amusement of it all. Yes, I'm sure they will. Well, I will put my whole mind to it, Cousin Annabelle. Good night. Good night.
I'm going into town for the day. Now, Caddie, show Annabelle all around the farm. She'll be downstairs in a moment.
Yes, Mom. I want you to show me everything in your savage country. I want to ride horseback with the wind in my hair. And I want to feed those adorable little sheep. Oh, and everything else you do. I am yours for the teaching, Cousin Caroline. What is that you're wearing? What's wrong with it? Doesn't it look all right? Oh, it's absolutely the latest in sporting costumes. Grandmother Gray insists that I am well turned up for the yachting season. You know, I don't know how you manage up there without a dressing table.
Well, it's hard, but we make do somehow, don't we, Caddie?
What do you need all these buttons for? My dear, all the Boston girls are wearing them. It's the latest in divine decoration. But nobody has as many as I have. 80 of them. Not even Bessie Beasley has as many, and she's already been presented to society.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Are you sure you want to play with us? Wearing that? Why not? I'm perfectly prepared to be as uncivilized as you, Caroline. It's just that
55,
I happen to be nicely dressed.
57, 58, 59, 60, 62, 63, 64. Not Betsy.
Quiet.
But you know what Betsy does.
Shh.
Giddy up. I love it. I love riding. Oh, I knew I should be good at this. Look at me. Just touch her with your heels a little if you want her to start moving.
Uh-oh! There she goes! She's headed right for it!
How do you make it go the other way?
Gee!
Are you all right? I'd much prefer to try something else now. Let's feed sheep. They look exactly like guests at a recital.
Better put the basket down, Annabelle. Sheep like us more than I like licorice.
Oh, but I so want those adorable little lambs eating right out of my hand. They're eating my button. Caroline, they're eating my button.
Annabelle's gonna tell on us, sure as shooting.
We're dead petunias.
I hear you children had quite a day today.
It was an unbelievably quaint experience. They'll hardly believe it when I tell them about it in Boston.
I'm glad. It's nice to see you all getting along. Supper's ready. Now, Warren, go get your father and Uncle Edmund.
But then my friends in Boston can hardly be expected to understand the utter crudeness of frontier life.
Take it from me. There's nothing like small game hunting to test a gentleman's marksmanship. So who wants to help me?
Me.
Who's the best bushwhacker in the bunch?
Me.
I am.
Come on,
Please, me.
Please.
Now, Tom, you let that nice fat squirrel get away last year.
Only because I didn't have a gun, Uncle Edmund.
But there's the trouble. I'll do the shooting. All I need is someone with an eagle eye to spot the little critters for me.
Me.
But you're the little chatterbox, aren't you? I'd rather take a fife and drum corps, and besides, you eat too much.
I wouldn't eat a single thing, and I wouldn't say a word. Honest, I wouldn't talk a bit, just...
Warren, you're far too young.
I would be the best pair of eyes you could have, Uncle Edmund.
Well, that could be Caddie, but look here, you're a girl.
That's not fair.
No, I suppose it isn't. Well, all right then.
Could I? Please?
Oh, Caddie. Wouldn't you really rather help Annabelle organize her things? And she has such lovely ideas about what we might do to arrange this hair of yours.
Well, if Caddie doesn't go along with me, I might just end up shooting the cow by mistake.
Squirrels don't look like cows.
They don't.
Please, Mother. Uncle Edmund can't see his nose in front of his face.
Caddie.
Well, that is what Father said.
Perhaps you should buy some spectacles. Then you might be able to tell a cow from a squirrel.
Oh, no, Auntie Harriet. Grandma Gray holds that a true gentleman would never be seen wearing such silly things.
Don't let her go, Harriet. It'll give you a chance to catch up on the news with Annabelle.
Well, all right. But then, Caddie, I expect you to spend your time with Annabelle.
These quarters are really not what I expected.
Down, Nero.
Something tried to bite me. It's a wild animal.
They're just porcupines, Cousin Annabelle.
Porcupine? Cousin Warren, what a childish trick. I shall not sleep a wink in this forsaken wilderness. I know it.
Sweet dreams, Cousin Annabelle.
Good night.
Heel, Nero. Heel. Nero. Confound that dog. Nero. Caddie, haven't you taught him anything? He'll chase off the game with his endless shenanigans. What is this contraption?
It's an Indian canoe that Father took in trade. What's wrong with it?
Well, it's not very stable now, is it? I think I'll put my faith in that raft if it's all the same to you.
Suit yourself. But I will beat you to the other side of the river.
Well, we'll just see about that now, won't we? Good boy, Nero. Okay. Good boy. There we go. Look at me. I'm gonna beat you, Caddie. You don't have a chance. I've got you now. What's going on here?
I'll see you on the other side, Uncle Edmund.
Found it. No, you don't. I'll beat you yet. No, I don't think you got me. I'll get you in the stretch. Here I come. I'm on my way. Good boy, Nero. Stay right there. Stay. Good boy. We're coming through. Coming through. That's it. Stay there, Nero. Good boy. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's cold. Good boy, Nero. It's okay. Good boy.
Uncle Edmund.
Found it. Now, good boy. It's okay. Good boy. We'll get on the way back.
Hungry yet? I put our sandwiches in your satchel.
That was very thoughtful, Caddie.
Now we're even, aren't we?
Now we're even. It's time to get back to business. Now, where are those squirrels? The woods would be full of them.
noise. Did you see something? Where? Nero, quiet! What was it? What'd you see?
It was nothing, Uncle Edmund. Nothing. Good boy, Nero.
It's strange. Used to be such good hunting here. Maybe you're not looking hard enough, Caddy. I tell you what, for every squirrel I shoot, I'll give you $1. How's that?
$1? I could do that.
All right, let's go get them. Where is he? I'm gonna nail that little varmint. Nero, quiet! Confounded dog is more trouble than he's worth. What's wrong with him?
Maybe he thinks we're herding sheep.
Just keep him quiet. I know there's squirrels around here somewhere. If it's the last thing I do, Caddy, I'm gonna bag one. Confound it, Caddy, it's you. It's you. You're the one doing it. You taught him to chase away the game.
I can't help it, Uncle Edmund.
I feel sorry for the poor squirrels.
You really are something, young lady. You know that.
I don't want you to shoot them.
Listen. I'm going to give you $1 after all. In fact, I'm going to give you a silver $1.
Oh, I couldn't. I didn't earn it.
Yes, you did. Those squirrels would want you to have it. I'm sure of it.
Thank you, Uncle Edmund. This is the most money I've ever had in my entire life.
What is it?
Must be the Dakota's new hunting camp. I heard people say they moved back across the river.
Let's get out of here. I'd like to keep my scalp firmly on my head, if it's all the same to you. Thank you very much.
Down, Nero, you silly thing. Stop bothering Edmund.
Nero, get down. Get down. Get down.
Perhaps you should put him outside, John.
Oh, never mind. Actually, I did want to discuss Nero with you, Harriet. Well, you know how much I appreciate your looking after him for me this past year. By and large, the country seems like a better place to raise a hunting dog than the city.
Oh, well, he's no trouble. He's practically become one of the family, and it does give me some satisfaction to know he's with the children.
Actually, I thought maybe a different approach would have been taken to his training. In fact, the sort of thing a dog of his lineage deserves. But in any case, I have a friend in St. Louis who can put him right. I'd like to take Nero back with me tomorrow.
But what about the children, especially Caddy? John.
He's your dog, Edmund. I guess you'll do as you see fit.
Of course, when I return to escort Annabelle home this fall, I'll bring him back.
You're gonna take Nero?
Oh, Edmund, he's such a responsibility. Do keep your head out of the clouds and look after him, won't you?
Don't give it another thought, Harriet. Nero will be just fine and dandy with me.
You can't take Nero.
Have a good summer. Yes.
Here, I want to give this back, Uncle Edmund.
No, it's yours.
You can keep it.
I insist, Caddy. Buy something you've always wanted.
Pull aboard!
No. Goodbye.
Sorry, Nero. I'm sorry. into touchy bad habits. Think about you every day. Wait for you to come back. Best dog in the whole world.
All aboard!
Come on, Nero. Heel.
Nothing's any fun anymore without Nero.
I don't understand why everybody's moping about a silly old dog. Boston ladies find Angora cats to be absolutely divine.
You don't understand anything, do you?
I was just coming up to say goodnight.
Does she really have to stay the whole summer?
That's the plan.
That's sure a long time.
You'll make it.
Mother likes Annabelle a lot, doesn't she?
She thinks Annabelle's a fine young lady.
What do you think?
I think there is no doubt that she will fit right into Boston society. But, Caddy, I don't think it would harm to make her feel welcome, would it?
She's Mother's guest, not mine.
Caddy.
And if you ask me, I wish Cousin Annabelle would hightail it back to her precious Boston, as fast as those little white, pointy-toed, patent-leather boots of hers can carry her. I just can't do it, Father. I can never be like her.
Oh, here you are. I was afraid you'd been carried off by savages. But I knew that Warren could find you. What are you doing?
I'm turning somersaults. Hardly something a proper young lady would do, though.
Well, I'd never do it at home, you understand. It's far too uncivilized. But since there's nobody important here, I might as well join in. Show me how.
I dare you to do that, Minnie.
Just watch me. My waltzing instructor says I have the finest sense of balance he has ever seen. Oh, this is actually rather fun. I can do twice as many as you, Caroline. Oh, by the way, I think you should keep your feet together. It looks much nicer. You did it. You're horrid. I didn't mind the stupid porcupines, or falling off the horse, or being attacked by sheep. But this is squishy.
An egg? Whatever possessed you to do a foolish thing like that?
It was only a joke, Mother.
You scared the poor girl into a tizzy. What kind of a joke would you call that?
It's as much my fault as hers.
Your father will deal with you, Tom. Shame on both of you for being so mean and thoughtless. Now, Caroline, you go to your room right now and stay there until I tell you to come out. And you can forget about coming to the supper table tonight.
Do I have to forget about supper, too?
I don't want to talk. did not intend to be mean. I just wanted to have some fun.
Do you find it fun to tease and upset others?
I just didn't think about it, I suppose.
So you learned something today. Think before you act, especially if it might hurt somebody.
I promise.
Don't you think you should make it up with Annabelle?
How?
Just be a little nicer to her, that's all.
I'll try.
Does she really bother you that much, Caddy?
Mother likes Annabelle better than me, doesn't she?
That's not true. Your mother loves you and the boys more than anything.
If Mother doesn't like Annabelle better than me, then why does she want me to be just like her? I can't be that perfect father, pretending to be so polite and always thinking about good manners. I just can't be another Annabelle.
One Annabelle's probably enough around this house.
And what does Mother want me to be like?
Understanding of other people. Wise, responsible. Isn't that what good manners really are? Your mother worries about you. She wants you to be ready to take care of yourself and look after a family of your own someday.
What do you want me to be?
Oh, sweetheart, I just want you to be you. The real Caddy that's deep down inside.
Hello.
Thank you for attending.
Reverend, thank you.
A pleasure. Mr. Skeel?
Thanks again, Reverend, for another fine service.
Always a pleasure.
Ooh, you can sure raise the rafters with them sermons of yours, preacher.
Thank you, a pleasure.
Put more thoughts in my head than the sight of a handsome woman.
Well, hopefully my words will be a source of inspiration for everybody, Mr. Hankinson, but thank you.
About them engines you was talking about. You really figure they're getting ready for more warring up in them parts.
No doubt about it. Those Indians are on a warpath again.
I hope not, Mr. Skeel. You have a fine eye for trouble, Sam Hankinson. If I were you, I'd keep my nose out of this and look after business here at home.
Thanks for the advice, Reverend.
Hi, Pete. How have you been? What are you doing back there, Olaf?
Oh, nothing.
A shipment of supplies for the sawmill come in yesterday.
And one of my men around here store tomorrow to pick it up.
Good.
Ella May played the piano as beautifully today as ever. It's so nice to see her up and around again.
I was thinking if all goes well, I might try to get her some proper music lessons this year.
She has a great gift. You must be very proud of her.
Well, she takes after her poor father. Rest his soul. Oh, by the way, those new fabrics are coming in next week. If Ella May's feeling up to it, we could come on out and fit the children for school.
I'll plan on that, Maybelline. Feel better, Ella May.
Mother? Sam Hankinson leaves his boys outside while he's in church. Why?
It's a shame for the boys, but there have to be certain rules.
What kind of rules?
It's complicated, Caddy. Their mother was an Indian.
She was?
Sam married their mother when there were very few settlers in this area. Nobody cared.
Would Father be ashamed of us if you weren't Indian?
How can I answer that, Caddy?
Would he leave us outside while he went to church?
Of course not.
Tom? Mrs. Heyman's here to do our school clothes.
Okay, I'll be right there.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're combing your hair.
So?
And you're wearing your Sunday shirt.
Excuse me.
I'll poke you again if you don't stand still and quit wiggling around, Warren.
Ow!
Sorry, child, but I said it was sure to happen.
That boy is growing like a weed, isn't he?
Why not make a hoop skirt for Caroline, Auntie Harriet? It would be darling. Now, if we can only find some decent material.
I do not like hoop skirts. When I sit down, they fly up and hit me in the nose.
Well, then you just don't know how to wear them, then. I love to wear hoop skirts every single day.
It is so nice to see the roses back in Ella Mae's cheeks, Maybelline. She's looking so much better.
Doctor's coming around again this afternoon to check up on her.
I like this color. It's for you.
Oh. A letter from Uncle Edmund.
Mother?
Oh, Tom, go gather everybody into the parlor. Uncle Edmund's letter is about Nero. He writes that Nero has run away. Edmund has scoured St. Louis looking for him.
Nero was lost. But say, when I come in the fall, I intend to bring a puppy to take his place.
A puppy? Oh, you'll love a puppy, Caroline.
What puppy could ever take the place of Nero?
Oh, Caddy. I'm so sorry.
Uncle Edmund is so careless.
I should never have let him take him.
Saturday, Caddy. Want to come to town with us? You know, you'll miss the sunshine if you don't roll out of that bed pretty soon.
Look! Nero! It's Nero! Are you sure? It's him! I saw him! Nero!
If that's him, why doesn't he come when you call?
Maybe he's hurt or something.
Maybe he's mad at us.
He's going into the marsh.
Ma's gonna tan our hides if she ever finds out we went into the marsh.
Come on, let's go.
But we can't swim.
We gotta save Nero, Warren. He's headed straight for the Indian camp.
The Indian camp?
Yeah, they might make stew out of him.
They'd better not.
Oh, I hate dresses.
Hold on tight, Warren.
Yeah, don't let go.
We shouldn't be doing this. What about Quickmeyer's?
You mean quagmires.
Or quicksand.
Well, what about him? Is there any here?
What's the matter? Are you afraid?
Oh, don't be a scaredy cat, Warren. We've got to save him. Ah, my dress!
Boy, you're in trouble now.
We're so glad you could come for dinner, Reverend Tanner. I must apologize. The children are usually so good about meal times.
Oh, there's no need to apologize, Mrs. Woodlawn.
You may as well say grace, Reverend.
As we gather here among our beloved friends and family, we count our blessings.
Nero?
I was so sure it was him.
We better get going. What if they catch us?
They'll have 3 new scalps for their collection, that's what.
I don't even know we're here.
Ignacio!
Hey!
¡Y tú, güero!
You leave my brothers alone!
¡Let us go, Cono!
Leave them alone!
¡Let us go, Cono! ¡Detana!
Let me go!
수예의 자이시닐로. 해나 억시어 바빌로.
해나 토까 해잡비도.
나가 없다포. 이마다 샨도.
이니 땅칸시다.
예.
해치 두시니도.
You think we're gonna get scalped?
If we do, I'm sorry for having anything I ever said to you.
And so am I.
Me too.
You are on Dakota land. Who are you?
Caroline Augusta Woodlawn, sir. And these are my brothers, Tom and Warren. We come in peace.
You are the child of John Woodlawn.
Yes. We'd like to go home now.
You have hair like fire. I am Tukenbeshka, chief of the Dakota.
Please do not hurt us, Chief.
Fear is your only enemy, Caroline Augusta Woodlawn, as fear becomes the enemy of my people. We need not fear children.
are things down at the mill, John?
Could be turning into a year-round operation, Reverend. We've been able to keep half the men of Dunville working this summer.
Ah, the good Lord has seen fit to bestow his ample grace upon you.
Caddie.
Caroline Augusta Woodlawn.
Good evening, Reverend Tanner. Nice to see you again. These hazelnuts are for you, Mother. Sorry.
Where on earth have you been?
We went to an Indian camp. I even saw Chief Tucumbeska.
You saw Tucumbeska?
The Dakotas? You marched into those savages' camp? You're lucky to be alive, girl.
Where are your brothers?
Tom.
And what are you wearing? Where are your clothes?
Well, I sort of lost them. Crossing the marsh.
The marsh?
The chief gave me this beautiful skirt to wear. And this vest. I feel just like an Indian.
Not in this house, young lady. Now, all of you, get washed. And Caddie, get in a dress immediately. Reverend, I'm so sorry.
I hope you will not consider this episode a reflection on the Boston family, Reverend Tanner.
Well, it seems to me that young Annabelle here would be an excellent tutor if we're ever going to make a lady out of Caroline. Wouldn't you agree, Mrs. Woodlawn?
I agree with you completely, Reverend, but you'll have to speak with my husband about that.
Well, yes, perhaps it is my fault, Reverend. I'm the one who lets Caddie run a little wild with the boys instead of staying cooped up in the house, baking bread, tipping candles. Perhaps you remember how frail Caddie was when we first moved out here from Boston. Even paler and thinner than her poor sister. And when we lost little Mary so suddenly, I decided I wanted Caddie to be out in the fresh air and the sunshine. Rather, she learned strength of character and independence. And now, I see her so healthy and fit, maybe a little headstrong, but I prefer to see her happy, enjoying her life.
Warren, one mouthful at a time.
It's growing more serious every day. Little Crow and his tribe have staged brutal attacks on the other side of the Mississippi River. He says homesteaders are moving on his treaty lands.
Are they?
Yes, unfortunately. And there's trouble even closer. The McLaren family up in the next county had their barn burned clean to the ground.
I heard there was a whole bunch of folks got killed a couple 100 miles north of here.
But it doesn't surprise me. Every town I visit in Wisconsin is becoming nervous.
Dunn County settlers have stayed off the Dakota hunting grounds. There won't be any trouble here?
Still, it's the Indians at the root of it, spreading fear and dread.
Chief Tucumbeska said that...
Caddie, young ladies listen at table. They do not speak unless they're spoken to.
But the chief said that fear is our only enemy.
Caddie?
All things considered, I think it's best to stay clear of them.
You're right there, Reverend. Let those savages tend to their own business. We'll take care of ours.
Young Woodlawn.
Chief Tucumbeska.
There's another one just like him out there.
It's all right, Robert. Put your gun away.
I'll be outside keeping an eye on things.
Girls, why don't you go on up to bed now?
Please, sit down. I'm honored by your visit, Chief Tukembeska. What can I do for you?
When settlers come, they take Dakota land. They hunt our game. Now we must travel far for food. Our guns are old. Not good.
The spring lock is broken on this musket, Chief. I don't believe it's even safe to fire this gun. Oh, it's all right.
My child was taken in the moon of the white earth. We did not have enough food.
She died last winter for lack of food?
Mechate kind keador. My heart is on the ground. Soon many more Dakota will answer the call of the Great Spirit and follow my daughter. Unless we have better guns.
You want me to fix your guns? We have heard that the Sioux up north are on the warpath. Some of the settlers are afraid that the Dakotas might attack their homesteads here in Dunn County.
Peace, Wiokia, is the wish of Tukembeska. But one of my braves, Katana, he has fear. He says to live in peace with white settlers is to die.
Do many of your people feel this way? Do you think they would follow Katana?
I am chief of Dakota. There will be no war. Kakeza. It is my word.
I'm sure he means it, Father.
Thank you.
Harriet, could you please ask Ireton to go down to the smokehouse and pick out at least a dozen turkeys for the chief to take back with him? It isn't much, but it'll help to tide these people over, and a couple of bushels of potatoes, too. Now, take a better look at this gun. Are they all as bad as this one? Bring your guns to me. I will do what I can to fix them with new spring locks. I can't turn them into carbines, but they'll certainly be more dependable than they are now.
John? Robert.
How about a cookie, Caddy?
Stop that, Olaf, or I'll flatten you on the spot.
Oh, just try, why don't you?
Oh, enough.
Back to your shores. Stop bothering people.
Boy, if I had a silver dollar like that, I'd sure know how to spend it. Hey, how about that?
Oh, my.
You want to see the music box?
Yes. How does it work?
It has many gears inside. It's very complicated.
Olaf, haven't you finished filling those bins yet?
But, Father!
I don't want to hear another one of your excuses. Hop to it.
I bet any girl would like this. So what do you think, Caddy?
Sure would. But I can't make up my mind. I want to be sure to get just the right thing.
You're never gonna be able to spend that silver dollar.
Hey! What are you doing in here?
That's one of the Hankinson boys.
Go on, get on outside then. This is a busy store.
Why can't he stay? Oh, how exciting. First day of school in the Wild West. Why do you go at the height of summer, for pity's sake? Miss Parker teaches in Durand in the spring. You mean there's only one teacher? How great. How many do you need? Oh, well, forgive me, but how can one person know everything there is to learn? That's true. Who wants to write, Cousin Annabelle?
Caddy. Tom? Little Warren? Oh, of course you'll be with us this year. And this is?
This is our cousin, Annabelle Gray, from Boston, Miss Parker. She wants to see what our quaint little school is like. I shall be starting finishing school in Boston in the fall.
Well, we're honored to have you here in the meanwhile, Miss Gray. Do come in.
Oh, only one room? Oh, how absolutely primitive. Where shall we sit? I plan to sit over there with my friends. You can sit anywhere you want. Oh.
What? No apple for the teacher, Caddy?
Hi, Pete.
Where do you think you're sitting, Injun? Get out of my seat. I already spoke for it. You better get back there or we won't wreck my view. Now. You too.
Olaf Torgerson, how dare you? Hello, I'm Annabelle Gray from Boston. Most pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure. How could you? Give me back my chapeau.
Your what?
Her hat, Olaf Torgerson. Give it back. Come on, give it back. Give it back!
Come on, Caddy. I know you can be stronger than that. Let her go. Who asked you, half-breed?
Leave my sister alone!
I said let her go. Caroline Woodlawn. She started it, Miss Parker. She hit me with that ruler.
He took Annabelle's hat. Olaf is a rude and mean boy, and I'm glad I smacked him for it.
And no girl tells me what to do. And I don't have to listen to no stupid girls. Not even you.
Olaf Torgerson, that is enough. Now I'll show you who's in charge in the woodshed. As for you, Caroline Woodlawn, your mother will hear about this.
She and Olaf Torgerson had a scuffle in class. We must not let this matter go unattended. Miss Parker, brawling like a ruffian on the first day of school, I am ashamed of you, Caroline.
It's just a bully, Mother. He started it. Olaf took my hat. Must say it was rather heroic, Auntie Harriet.
There is no excuse for scrapping. A young lady never resorts to fighting under any circumstances.
Even when someone's doing what they shouldn't?
Under any circumstances. Now, I want you to put this on. Annabella's going to teach you how to roll out dough for turkey pies. At least if I have you in the kitchen, I can keep an eye on you.
It's quite simple, really. I got you in trouble, didn't I? Never mind, it's not your fault. My word. You really did stand up to that bully, didn't you? You know what I do when I'm feeling low? I go out and I buy myself something nice. Maybe a new hat. I don't want a new hat, but maybe I will buy myself something.
What is it, Robert?
Indians. Hundreds of them.
What's going on?
Father's out there.
Good heavens.
Robert, put that thing away.
Stay there, Caddy.
Let me go, Mr. Ireton.
You don't know what they're gonna do.
Let her go, Ireton.
Mazakaki John Woodlawn. Kupo. Katana. Mazakaki Kuo. Kotka Kisneo.
It'll take me a few days.
One hour. Rapido.
Robert, let me get these to the barn.
Just as easy. I've been a war party.
You knew I agreed to fix their guns. Oscar, do you have any of those musket spring locks left? I need about 24 or so.
Oh, I'll have to check. Not too much call for them these days.
I know you're going to regret this, Mr. Woodlawn. I mean no disrespect, sir. I just feel it in my bones.
Oh, that's a lot of guns. You plan on starting a war or something?
I'm giving them to the Dakotas.
You're what?
They've barely been able to bag enough game to survive this year.
Is that so? Well, I don't think it's in my power to let you have those, John. Now I know you're planning to give them to those savages.
The Dakotas are a peaceful people. Lest I'm mistaken, we give our neighbors a helping hand when times are hard.
They're savages just the same. So I thank you to put those spring locks back on the counter, John.
I don't think so, Oscar. You put these on my account. It's good doing business with you. Come on, Caddy.
Pete, it's your paw.
Children. Children.
Pa, what you doing?
Look like I'm doing here. Taking a mule. Oh.
We have business of our own, do we not, children?
How are we supposed to get to school?
Get feet, walk!
Please, sit down. Grade 1. I'll be checking your alphabet next. Grade 2. You should finish your arithmetic. Caroline, would you please be seated? Caroline.
He's crying.
Eyes on your work.
I ain't seen everything. Now I see an Injun crying.
That's enough, Olaf. Pete? Pete?
Pa took our mule.
Caddy, why don't you head back without me? I have stuff to do.
Again?
So?
All right, then. I have things to do, too.
Well, I'll see you at supper time, all right?
Hey, Pete. You walking all the way home?
Yeah.
Where'd your father take your mule?
Don't know. Minnesota or someplace.
My uncle took my dog, Nero, to St. Louis. It's a long walk to school every day. Are coming back soon?
Depends.
He just took their mule to Minnesota or somewhere. Who watches after them, Mother? They don't even have any shoes. And practically everybody at school is mean to them. They even laughed at them.
The misfortune of others sometimes makes some people feel nervous, I suppose. Afraid of things they don't understand. Watch what you're doing there, dear.
There's nothing to be afraid of. They're only little boys.
Well, sometimes people are afraid of what others may think.
I'm not afraid. Are you?
Caddie Woodlawn. I can see you certainly are your father's daughter. No, you're right. We must never be afraid to be kind to other people, no matter who they are. And if anybody criticizes you for that, you just turn the other cheek and carry on.
Want to go to Mr. Torgeson's store after school today?
What do you mean by that?
I was just asking.
Well, it's my own business, Caddy.
What is?
Forget it, all right?
Well, I'm going to spend my silver dollar today.
On what?
I'm not sure, but I do like that music box.
Afternoon, Caddy.
Hello. Might just take another look at that music box, if you don't mind. Oh my. Can we just take a look inside and see how it works?
Well, let's see if we can get this open here. Ah.
Isn't that something? It has gears just like a clock.
So it does. Could be that's why it's so dear. About as costly as anything in the store. Excuse me, Caddy.
Here to pick up my order.
Now, where were we?
I've changed my mind, Mr. Torgeson. I'd like to buy 3 pair of these walking boots instead.
Don't know if I have 3 pair in your size, Caddy.
They're not for me. What size do you suppose Sam Hankinson's boys would take?
You're buying shoes for those half-breeds?
They need them.
These should be about right.
See that they get these shoes. But please don't say anybody bought them. Say they're extras or something. Tom Woodlawn, what are you doing here?
I got a job.
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know.
Goodbye, Mr. Torgerson.
Now, Caddy, there are 3 napkins here. I'd like to see 3 napkins returned to this house. What do you do with them, child? Do you eat them or something?
We were catching toads in them. I'll look for them in the woods on the way home.
No, I want you to come straight home after school. Cousin Annabelle's going to show us some needlepoint. Boys, come get your lunches. It's time for school. Put your lunch in your bag. And, Warren, I don't want you running around outside today. I want you to sit down and eat your lunch.
I just told you I'd do it.
Goodbye, Mother.
Bye, Mother.
Bye. Have a good day.
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye.
Injun lover.
I'm just going to ignore you, Olaf Torgerson.
Grades 7 and 8, there will be an exam on Monday.
Are you glad to be back in school? Bye.
Bye, Caddy.
Don't wait for me. I'll catch up in a minute. LMA? LMA, I heard it was your birthday coming up tomorrow.
Yes. I'll be 14.
Well, you know, I've never given a birthday present to a girl before. Except Caddy. That doesn't count. Well, I kind of had this hanging around and, well, I thought you might like to have it. Gotta make sure it's wound though, 'cause nothing much happens if it's not.
Tom, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever received my whole life. Treasured always. Thank you. Well, I've got to go now. Mother's come for me. Pull it tight, but not too tight.
Comme ça?
Oui.
Caddy, come and see this lovely new petit point that Cousin Annabelle has shown me.
I'll teach you too, if you want, Caroline.
It's so simple, dear. Come, just try. No.
Ow!
Better not try it just now.
I can do it, Mother. Why don't I go make us some tea?
Caddie, come here. What's wrong?
Don't give LMA a present.
I know.
No?
He asked permission to work in Mr. Torgerson's store so he could buy it.
Why would he keep a secret like that from me?
Well, Caddie, Tom is growing up. I think he might be a little sweet on LMA.
But she's no fun. She's afraid of snakes and horses, and she just always practices her music. She never says anything. I bet she's never said more than a half a dozen words to him.
It's not like you to judge so harshly, Caddie. LMA is a lovely young lady. You'll find young men like that.
You mean Tom? He's not a man. Anyhow, I'm loads more fun than her.
When you get older, you'll find somebody special, too.
May I go now?
Yes, dear. Caddie.
You should try this one on. It would look ravishing on you.
That's all right. No, thank you.
If I were you, I wouldn't worry about Tom and LMA. Man, they're all the same. Who can ever tell what on earth they're up to? Oh, please, I'm dying to see what you look like in something pretty for a change. You have such perfect posture, you know, Caddie.
I do?
I know girls in Boston who would absolutely die to have such a regal bearing. And your eyes? My dear, I don't think you realize how sensational they are.
They are?
Here, just put this on for a moment. It'll frame your face like a halo there. You look divine. See what I mean?
Oh, my.
The guns are good. Thank you, John Woodlawn. The eye of the hawk, Satan, is closed.
Where's your little darling, Tom?
You all right, Miss Parker?
As many of you know, Ella Mae Heyman has been quite ill these last few months. I'm afraid that I have to tell you that Ella Mae won't be here with us anymore. She passed away last evening.
Ella Mae Heyman brought joy into the hearts of all she knew. Her childhood was like a delicate piece of music. Her memory will be caught with the pureness of light in a prism. Now her hymns rise up and swell to join in harmony with the spheres, but the music of her short life will never fade away. May the good Lord take this child and protect her in his everlasting goodness. Amen.
Tom Woodlawn, I have something for you. I know Ella Mae would want you to keep this for her.
Tell you, Sam Hankinson should have known better than to go up there with Little Crow and his tribe on the rampage. Now, see, that's what can happen, Mr. Woodlawn, when you get mixed up in arming Indians with guns.
Those poor children of his.
I warned him to stay away. They took everything and left him dead on the side of the road. Now Little Crow's escaped custody, there'll be no justice done.
See, them Sioux stick together. Could just be they'll come down here and link up with the Dakotas.
They say Little Crow left close to 200 dead.
200?
That's what I'm telling you. You can't trust Indians. That's how it'll be here, just like that.
The Dakotas are different. I've met with Tukembeska. He and his people know us now and respect us.
Respect? That was no respect I saw the other day on the face of that redskin they call Kaitana. That was hate I saw in that Indian's eyes.
I've heard about those guns, John, and it's got me worried. We don't know what they're up to. We can't understand them. And they'll never understand us.
That's what I'm trying to change, Reverend. There won't be any understanding if we don't treat each other with common decency as neighbors.
Well, I don't feel like counting no Indians amongst my neighbors if it's all the same to you.
Tom? What if we get ambushed tonight?
We'd be asleep, so we wouldn't even know about it. At least some of us would be if the rest would quit talking.
I'm so afraid, Caroline. Indians on the warpath. And you said that the West wasn't wild.
They're not on the warpath. Father's right about the Dakotas. He knows them better than anybody.
Mr. Woodlawn! Mr. Woodlawn! Mr. Woodlawn! Mr. Woodlawn! Mr. Woodlawn! This is it! This is it!
What?
It's just like the Reverend said. It started. I saw it myself not 2 hours ago coming back from town. I went back to warn everybody. Somebody there said they heard the same thing.
Calm down, Robert. Calm down. Now, what did you hear?
I was at the tavern. This fellow rolls in. He says the Indians are gathering for an uprising against us.
What Indians? Where?
The Dakotas, who else?
Oh, John.
Then I saw it with my own eyes coming back from town. The Skeel house. All ablaze.
The Skeels? Oh, no.
Thick black smoke pouring out of all the doors and windows. Bloodthirsty redskins running in and dragging bodies out. I tailed it back to town. I sounded the alarm. The massacre has started. The folks are going to get their families. They're coming here.
They're coming here.
Yeah, we've got to put up a solid front against them.
We'll need food. John will need some of those turkeys to feed everybody. Annabelle, you'll have to help me start baking. Oh, Mrs. Foster, you and the children will sleep in the parlor. Oh, Mrs. Jameson, take your things upstairs.
Okay, the important thing is to stay calm. Now, no one really knows what's happened.
I know what I saw, Mr. Woodlawn.
I heard Tukumbeska was alive with Little Crow the whole time.
What are we going to do? Sit around here and wait till they come and kill us? Is that the kind of proof you need, Mr. Woodlawn? Sir?
I would like to ride out to the Skeel place and look around for myself. Now, who'd like to go with me?
Well, I ain't going out there to look. Not with the whole Skeel family all scalped and shot. And probably with some of them same guns that you went and made up, Woodlawn.
I'll go, Father.
All right. Saddle up, son.
Oh, Uncle John is very brave, isn't he?
Kids are not going in that house! Grab you!
Oh, let go! Let me go! Let me go! Leave them alone, Mr. Arden!
Stay with them, Caddy! They're Indians!
Those are the Hankinson boys, and they happen to be my friends!
Indians got no friends around here!
Let go!
Robert! Robert! Robert!
Let go of me!
What has come over you, Robert? They're only children.
Redskins are... They're going back where they belong.
Let go! Let me go!
Now, you better put that gun down unless you intend to use it on me. And don't you dare stand up to me, Robert Ireton. Now, boys, go on into the house. Caddy, what are you waiting for?
I've never seen Mr. Ireton like that, Mother. It's frightening.
Don't worry, Caddy. They're safe in here.
What's going to happen to them now that Sam's been killed?
Well, we'll just have to see that they're taken care of, won't we?
Yes. And like you said, we don't care what other people think, do we?
No, we don't.
Now listen to me. Well, I'm tired of waiting.
What do you aim to do about it?
What do you think the Indians do when they're out for blood? I'll tell you what they do. They stage an ambush.
Oh.
That's what we ought to be doing. Attack them first. Wipe out the whole lot of them before they know what hit them.
Yes, sir. It's the element of surprise that counts. Now, I know where they's camped upriver.
The whole county would be better off without them.
I don't know. Next thing you know, more of them will be coming in from all over the territory.
No, that's where you're wrong, see? We massacre these Dakotas. That'll send a message to all of them that we mean business here in Dunn County.
Look here. A lot of you fellas worked for John Woodlawn up at the mill. So you know he's a reasonable man. Now maybe we should wait for him, get his opinion on it.
There is no time for waiting for anybody. If we're going to do this thing, we're going to do it now. All right?
All right.
Okay, all right.
Mother, I have to talk to you.
Not now.
It's important, please. The men are talking about a massacre. They're planning to kill all the Dakotas to scare all the other Indians off. They said so.
I'm sure it's a lot of talk.
No, they're going tonight. They're angry, and they mean it.
Wait till your father gets home. He'll calm them down.
They're not going to wait for Father. They don't even want to listen to him.
Stop this. There is not one solitary thing that Caddie Woodlawn can do about it. It's men's business, not something for a young lady. Now, you help Annabelle finish. I'm going to go put Warren to bed.
Caroline? What are you doing? Men are going to kill all the Indians. I've got to tell Chief Tukambeska. You can't go there now. I have to. People's lives depend on it. Oh, Caroline, you've got to keep this a secret. You've got to promise me, please. I'm sorry for everything I ever did to you. Forgive me. This is important. Be careful, Caddie. Hot tea's almost ready. We'll bring it out in a moment.
Mrs. Woodlawn has been looking for you. Want to see me now?
Robert, put your gun down. Is it true what I've heard about men going to attack the Indians?
Who told you that?
Is it true? It's true, isn't it?
Yes.
Robert, you have created a situation that is out of control. You have got to do something to stop the men.
It's not me that done it. It's the Dakotas. And your husband.
Now you listen to me. You are playing with fire. You must stop this.
Can't stop us now, Mrs. Woodlawn. Not when our lives are in danger like this.
Yes. Our lives are at stake. All of our lives. And I implore you to wait till my husband gets back. You can't leave us unprotected.
I'm not sure he's coming home, ma'am. All right. Half an hour. But if he's not back here, we're going after those Indians.
You're
Your time's up, Ireton.
We've been waiting long enough.
What's that?
Ireton! There's somebody coming down the south road.
Hold your fire. You got Caddy.
Caddy, are you all right?
Yes,
You let her go if you know what's good for you, Tukabeshka.
I'm all right. Tukabeska would never harm me. Don't you see? He's our friend.
Uh-huh. And it looks like he brought some of your so-called friends with him. Look what you've gone and done now, girl.
You're only protecting him. You don't understand. Oh, no, please don't.
Chief Tukabeska. Please. Let her come to me, please.
Hold it!
Father! Father, stop them!
John.
Hold it. Now, what are you people doing? Look over there. Look over there. All of you, look over there.
Max Skeel, you're alive.
There has been no Indian attack.
Ireton said you was murdered.
We're alive as we ever been. Martha and me and the kids are all just fine.
What you saw was nothing but a soap kettle fire, Ireton.
Some tallow spilled in the fire. Wind blew the smoke right through the house. Thank God there were some Dakotas nearby who come to our rescue. Without their help, we never would have got that fire out.
You thought you saw something because you told yourself it had already happened, so you saw what you wanted. But we all know the truth now. These people have pledged their respect, and by helping Max Skeel have shown their friendship. All they want is to live in peace, and I believe that's what we all want here.
You are a good friend. Bless you.
Thank you.
Caddy, you sure were brave.
Well, so are you, Tom. Please don't be angry with me, Mother. I was so scared.
So was I, darling. I am so proud that you're my daughter, Caddy. You listened to your conscience. You knew what you had to do and you did it. There are so many things I could teach you, but I could never teach you that. Oh, there. Edmund!
Ah, it is so good to see you.
Welcome back.
How you doing?
But where is Caddie and Annabelle? Well, look at this. My eyes deceive me, or is this Caddie and Annabelle?
Hello, Uncle Edmund. Hello, Uncle Edmund. Oh, how I wish you didn't have to take me home so soon. I know I shall wilt with boredom in Boston.
My word, I suspect I have a lot to catch up on. Say, I have a surprise for you, Caddie. A nice lady in Hannibal found him wandering the streets. He's perfectly trained now. He'll sit like that for hours when I tell him to.
Nero!
I guess some things don't change that easily after all, do they?
Oh, well. I can't imagine us being any happier than we are right at this moment.